Hello and welcome to the podcast by Sitva Prakashan. Today we are joined by Mr. Anindya Nandi for his recent book release on Between the Monsoons, a political allegory. Hello and welcome, sir.
Namaskar.
Sir, actually, we want to know a bit about yourself to the readers.
Yeah, sure. Am I audible?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Okay, please tell me.
We just need a small introduction about yourself for the readers and the viewers.
See, I'm basically an ex-serviceman. This is my uh, primary identity. I'm an ex-serviceman. I served Navy, Indian Navy for 15 years. And then after leaving Navy, I started doing my own business. And then along with the business, I started doing some social work also. And I'm involved in some political activity as well. And yeah, while doing so since 2011, I started an urge to actually express myself to the people of India, especially the new generation who nowadays are involved in political discourse, but they do not know anything about how to read politics. That is why I started writing my first book. That was that fractured throne. This thing that was also published by you, and it was about contemporary political history of India. That was, and how misconception about politics, political events have actually affected the young minds of India today. I tried to sort that thing out in my first book. And this one is a political allegory. In allegory, why because what happened, when I was young, I was growing up that time, in this particular book, this Between the Monsoons, I have used seasons to express the present political situation. So I actually felt sometimes that seasons are being changed. All of a sudden there is no spring. All of a sudden there is very little winter. So this season change and today's political scenario change, I tried to compare these two things in my this particular book. This is a book mm, where the readers, if they read it completely, fully, then they will understand how politics and political parties have affected normal human being, normal everyday people who do not involve themselves in active politics but affected by it. So this is a political allegory. I think after reading completion of completely reading this, finish when a reader finishes reading it, he will have a picture in his mind how politics should be in our country, how it was, what we lost, and what we can gain, what we can get back, and what to do for that. This book is all about these things. So I presently am involved with an organization named Rashtriya Sanatan Sangathan. I head that organization, and I try to express myself through my books in my leisure times. I try to write as much as I can. I'm presently writing the next sequel of that first book, and it is called The New Compass. I think I'll be able to submit it for publication in this year only. So let's see. This is it.
That's amazing, sir. So you pretty much answered my first question, but again, what inspired you to write Between Monsoon as a political allegory rather than a political novel?
The political novel I have already written one. I should not call it novel. It is a historical and a fact book, I can say. Uh, Novels, political, you cannot write novels. In novels, you there are many fictional characters are there in novels. If you write about politics, you have to write about history in a historical pattern. And this particular thing, why I chose allegory, because it gives you space, to express what you think about different fractions of political narratives which are there in India today, and it gives readers also an opportunity to read it and agree to it fully. Otherwise, if it is not an allegory, if I took names of exact political parties or exact political leaders, then every reader has some bias. Everybody is biased for some or other political ideologies. So readers would not be able to read it fully. I want a reader to nod when his or her mm, political choice. I talk about his or her political parties, choice of political parties, ideologies, and when I do it for the other side also, I want to reader to read it, and to get them that space, I had to use an allegory on it, because otherwise reading space would have been very shrinked. That is why
Definitely, sir.
I actually,
So
yes, yes. I,
yeah, please tell me.
yeah, I wanted readers to see the patterns, not personalities. That is the thing. So otherwise, if I took the names of some particular political party or political leaders, then readers would be directed to that particular personality. Then there would be, I do not agree to this, or he did not say like this. He didn't mean this. All this logic would come in reader's mind. That is why I chose an allegory.
Definitely, sir. So the town of Samatvapura feels symbolic. What does it represent to you?
Okay, it is symbolic. Samatvapura, there is no place called Samatvapura in anywhere in India or anywhere, as far as my knowledge goes. It is a fictional place, and the meaning of it, if you go by the literal meaning of Samatvapura, then it would be city of equilibrium, where yes, city of equilibrium would be the exact meaning of Samatyapura, and it represents what we have lost and what we are desperately trying to reclaim. It is not just in India, it is anywhere in the world. You can take it as anywhere in the a place anywhere in the world. And the particular name carries an irony, no, means the place which is named for its balance, but presently it has lost its balance. So that is the
Balance.
irony in this thing. And in the novel, I tried to mm, uh, gain that balance through the main character of that novel. Uh, he's a normal arm admi, everyday's normal person who goes to office, comes back. He thinks about his children's education, children's employment, and makes some adjustment in his or her political ideologies and stay neutral. So, and that he is my main character in this particular novel, and through him I tried to see, through his lens I tried to portray the whole thing, how a normal person sees today's political discourse. That is the thing, and Samatvapura is a symbolic city in that particular thing.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So, as you said about a normal person, ordinary man, we can say. So, why did you choose him as a main character rather than a traditional hero?
Yes, see, is the main character's name is Rajesh Kumar Roy. And because Rajesh Kumar Roy is, like most of us, he is most of us today. We are not revolutionaries, we are not ideologues. We are simple people who raise our children and think about their future. We are people who try to do our jobs, raise our families, make sense to the world around us. And I wanted to show how a macro political forces impact that micro lives in ordinary citizens who didn't ask for these upheavals. So Rajesh is an observer. I started with that particular trait only in his character. He observes. The first chapter only starts with his observation, though he's an observer. And initially he was neutral, and then uh, he tries to do some new things. He was neutral not because he is a coward. He was neutral because he was not, willing to uh, get into all these things, and he tried to listen to every ideology, every political discourse, and tried to fit into all these things. And then when he understood that no, everybody is actually going a bit far, then he tries something else. It is a story about every normal people in India today. In why in India, in everywhere in the world, normal people who are not involved in all these things, everybody observes. You, me, everybody observes, who are not politically active. Everybody observes what
Yeah.
one is doing and what one is not doing. So Rajesh is a normal person, and if I used him as someone who is a celebrity kind of a person, who's a known person, or some achiever in his life, then it would have been difficult because his own biasness would have come into play. I tried to
Yeah.
keep any biasness away from this story, so that is why Rajesh is an ordinary person.
Absolutely, sir. So, in your writing, are you criticizing the ideologies themselves or how the people have become rigid about them?
No, no, it is no ideologies are bad. I do not think so. No ideologies are bad. Everybody tries to do good. Every ideology tries to do good for the society. But it is the people who execute those ideologies. They make the difference. The execution makes the difference, and that is why it is obviously the people of those particular ideologies who execute those ideologies in the society. I criticize those people only, not ideologies.
Okay, sir. And so, what is equidynamism and why it is so important in your novel?
Equidynamism is not a dictionary word. It is a new term coined by me only. It is not there anywhere in dictionary. See, I was trying to
Yeah, sir.
find a perfect word for, yeah. I was trying to find a perfect word for, must have heard left ideology, rightist ideology, and centrist ideology. We all know about this. But centrism is not the perfect thing I was trying to express here. Yeah, it is not centrism. It is something, have you do you know how to ride bicycle? So if you know how to ride bicycle, then you must know that you should know that you cannot stay still and balance yourself. You have to adjust yourself, or even trying to walk on a tightrope. Hey, so
Yeah.
that walker always keeps his or her balances while going left and right. and then
Yeah.
he or she keeps himself or herself in the center, balanced.
Yeah.
So centrism, if you say, I thought that centrism will not, express that particular active equilibrium. No, it is active equilibrium. It is not like you are in the center and that's all. You do not have to do anything, and you will continue in center only. To be in center, to be balanced, you sometimes you have to lean to right, sometimes you have to lean to left. So that active centrism I expressed with a new word, equidynamism, and for this equidynamism I have um, uh, given a few portions of equidynamism in this novel. And but I'm actually writing not as a book, but as it is my hobby to write, and whatever I think, I note it down. So equidynamism, how everything will work, I'm creating a workbook for equidynamism also. I hope someday someone would be interested to read that.
Definitely, sir.
Yes.
And sir, how much of the story is inspired by Indian politics and how much of is it universal?
Mm, India is immediate context. There is no doubt in that. Uh, in the language, the characters, and the prominent ideologies, everything gives you an Indian vibe in this particular novel. But it is not purely Indian. It is I would say in every corner of the world, every reader can relate him or herself with this particular allegory. An American reader can relate it with the Tea Party or Bernie Sanders movement. An European can link it with Brexit or populism movement. Uh, but I drew inspiration from Indian political thought only. Sanatan Dharma concept, dynamic righteousness, what is it? Righteousness, the Dharma, not as religion, the righteousness I'm talking about, rather than fixed
Yeah.
rules. No, there is no fixed rules in Sanatan Dharma. Like in the Buddhist religion also, there is they talk about the middle path.
Yeah.
Mahatma Gandhi has talked about experiments with truths. So it is not a fixed rigid one which is called truth. It is always mixed one. So every section of readers can relate it with this particular book, not only from India, but the main context is from India, because India is my lens. No, I'm seeing everything in India only, so India is my lens.
Yeah.
This is the
Okay,
thing.
sir. And sir, did your experience as a naval officer influence how you convey or how you show the power and order in your book?
Yeah, absolutely. See, I would draw a very interesting this thing. I think this should explain what you are asking. See, in military, you are always, you keep yourself always in order. You maintain the hierarchy. You do coordinated actions, protect people, accomplish missions. But while doing so, there is no calcification of anything. It changes as per the situation. Like I was in the Navy, I can tell you, in the Navy, every officer on board a ship, he either he follows orders, or he gives orders to be followed by his juniors or subordinates. And it is very
Yeah.
ordered kind of a thing which is going on board a ship. But while doing so, while the ship is in order, the ship where it is sailing, the surface of the sea is not at all in order. It is the most chaotic thing in the world. So while ordering the ship, the officer is not trying to order the sea in. So sea is in chaotic situation only, but while proceeding through the sea, the officer tries to, order his movement or his ship or the place where he is in. This is the thing. You cannot just change everything in the world, but whatever organization, whatever ideology you are pushing to the society, that should be in particular order, and there should be no chaos. There should be, discipline. It should protect people. It should accomplish mission, and it should not be like, they are from the other thought process, so we should demonize them. Every person who do not agree with my views, I should demonize them, and I should call them that, think that those people should not be, taken as human beings. That cannot make a perfect ship. So yes, obviously, being a navy person has guided me through this, definitely.
Absolutely, sir. And sir, did you find it difficult to stay neutral while writing the story?
Yes, definitely. I tried. I every time I had to waste many hours of my life, because today writer does not write it on paper. So I would not say I have wasted many papers. I have wasted many hours of my time, because after writing a chapter or writing a paragraph which about some political ideology which I do not follow, and then I used to read it, and I used to think that whether I have done, justice to that particular ideology or not, because me being not a follower of that particular ideology, whether I have done justice with it or not. Then I had to again rectify the whole thing. I have followed all these things, but I tried to be, unbiased throughout my novel, and it was tough, but I tried to be unbiased throughout my novel. It was tough.
Definitely, sir. And sir, how does Sanatan Dharma influence your idea of balance and extremes in this novel?
Sanatan Dharma is about balance. Sanatan philosophy recognize the truth is multifaceted. Truth is not one. Here I would like to take a parable of blind people and elephant. You must have heard that story. It's a folklore.
Yeah.
For so what happens? There is an elephant, and some blind people, they are given a task to touch that elephant and describe what it is. And blind people, whoever touches a part of elephant, and he describes it as per his experience what it is. Uh, Here, nobody is correct, but nobody is wrong. So everybody describes
Wrong.
what he has experienced. Everybody saying the truth. uh, this truth can be, said that it is not incorrect. Everything is, whatever is being said is right only when it is possible, when the whole experience of the whole lot, means everybody, whatever, someone touches the trunk of the elephant, and someone touches the ear of the elephant, and if you club those experiences together, then only you will get the whole truth. So Sanatan Dharma follows this thing only. Everybody's truth is truth for that particular person. If you club those truths together, then only you will get a, you can run a society properly, because society is with everybody. So Sanatan Dharma always followed these philosophies, and these influence the novel profoundly. Dharma, as I understand, isn't about rigid rules or contextual righteousness. What's appropriate depends on circumstances. So and relationships, consequences. This very different from ideological systems that offer, you know, uh, the eternal thing of Sanatan Dharma. So obviously, Sanatan Dharma is our main guiding thing in this. Like in our concept, there is a Madhyama Marg. You know, in Sanatan Dharma, it is said the middle path, Madhyama Marg.
Middle.
So
Yeah,
I followed that thing only, and I hope that I expressed myself in a way that readers can also understand what I'm trying to say. Sanatan Dharma is the core value of this novel concept.
definitely, sir. And sir, do you see this book as a warning, a reflection of society, or a call of action?
All three, all three in this particular sequence only. It is a warning because it says what we have lost, what we can lose if we do not give attention to these things, and it is a mirror after mm, when we are mm, when we are saying that we may lose these things, while today we have already lost some things, many things
Yeah,
in fact.
definitely.
We
Definitely,
have
sir.
lost many things. We are already halfway there. So it is a mirror also, and it is definitely a call for action because it does not give you a manifesto or 5 years long plan or anything, but it gives you uh, uh, it wants you to examine yourself internally first. Like Rajesh, what he does, he observes, he tries to cope up with the present dispensation, and when it is not possible, when he is not able to um, resist able to resist people temptation to demonize the dissent, or breaking the economical structure of the society. When he cannot do that, then he takes action, that is external thing. So first you have to take it, call of action is for your internal thing. You have to understand everything, you have to see whether you can make any changes while being in the particular thing, ideology or not, a particular political dispensation or not. And if you cannot, then you should speak up and you should take action. So that is the thing he does in the last chapters of this novel. So it is, I think, all three in the particular sequence you ask the question. It is a warning, then it is a mirror, and it is a call for action.
Okay, sir. And sir, what do you hope young readers to and the first-time voters to take away from this book?
Yeah, and the readers and the first-time voters. Today we have got a name of that first-time voters. We call it Gen Z. Gen Z has become very popular today. Uh, so I hope they reject, the binary their generation is inheriting, and I'm actually blaming our generation for that. We are giving them binary thought process. Either you are with me or you are my enemy. So this binary thing they should reject. Young people, those first time voters, they didn't create this perception. We created it. I'm just warning them, giving them and warning to not, fall for this false narrative our generation has created, and they're being served with this. So the first time voters often feel pressure, to take sides. They always
Yeah,
feel pressure to take sides. Yeah, which side you are in, but particularly politically. to join a camp or join to defend its reflections. So, and social media amplifies this pressure today. But I want my young readers to know that it is okay to be uncertain, to hold complex views. If you do not if you cannot decide which side I should go, this is also good and this is also good. Then what should I do? If you are in this particular position, then it is not something something bad. This is good, and you need not to fit into any category. You have to read your mind, you have to pursue everything and then take a decision. you know mm, these are not weaknesses, these are signs of healthy curious mind. And if you choose moderation, then I must say that moderation needs courage. To not take a side is a courageous step. And soon after independence, when we had our own government for the first time, then when India, came into the world arena for the first time as India as a sovereign nation. Until that time, world was divided into two parts, whether you are with America or without with Russia. Either you are with America
Yeah.
or you are with Russia. And India, it was India which gave the world the path of non-alliance. We are not allied with
Yeah.
anyone. Whoever is right, we are allied with that thing only. So that non-alliance thing is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. So, and when I'm talking about taking action, it is not like when I'm talking about speak up. It is not like debating with some stranger on Twitter. It is not like that. To take action, I'm talking about taking action. Real dialogues happen in relationships. No, in family members you disagree with, on your dinner table, on your friend circle, where today we have what we have done. We have actually rejected our old friendship due to political biasness. Some my one of my old friends. He is from other political ideology, so I should not talk to him. Today, it has become like this. It should not be like this. Young
Yeah.
people have something, yeah, young people have something older generation have lost, actually. What is that? That is an opportunity to, recreate it, redefine it. They should do it. And I would request young generation to read this particular thing fully and understand what it is. Then only they can. If you cannot read, you do not read it, then you'll not understand what I'm trying to say or what is there in that novel. I would request
Yeah.
young people, whoever is confused, whoever is planning to join, take a side, they should read it first.
Definitely, sir. And thank you so much, sir, for joining us today and sharing your insights with us. It was great having you here and knowing about the thoughts, the ideas, and the process of writing such a novel and such ideologies and as well. And I
Mhm.
really hope to see you again soon here.
Mhm. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
very much. It was nice talking to you. I hope this would give a picture about this particular novel. Hope readers love it. And it
absolutely.
is a writer's main target is to express his this thing on through books, and when the readers read it and appreciate it, that is the biggest award and a writer can get. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity to publish this with Astitya Prakashan, and having a good conversation with you. Thank you very much.
Most welcome and wish
Thank you.
you a good luck as well. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.